So now let's go ahead and configure this Palo Alto Firewall. Uh, the plan is we will create a tunnel between the checkpoint firewall and the Palo Alto Firewall also. So right now I have just configured the Palo Alto Firewall, and now we just provide the basic details. So as per the topology, you can see the ETH 1.1 having IP address 192.168.10.100 and 10.10.10.100 is having the ETH 2. So basically, when you talk about the Palo Alto firewall, you have to consider the basic things. As Palo Alto firewall is a zone-based firewall, so first you have to think what is your external, internal zones. So for that, I'm going to the zone and I'm adding the zone. So first I would say uh, external zone. The type is external zone layer 3. That's it. One zone is created. Now I want an internal zone. I'll give the name internal. Type is layer 3. That's it. And when you create a VPN and everything, then you require a more zone, which we call VPN zone, and it is also a layer 3 zone. That's it. Now go to the interface, and as for the topology, we have 192.168.10.100 for it is 1.1. So I'm just going to give that IP address. Remember, it's a layer 3 interface, and virtual router will be as a default. Then security zone as external, and the IP address 192. What is that? 192.168.10.100. 192.168.10.100/24. Now go to the advanced, and here you have to create a management profile. We don't have any management file so far, just create a management profile. And I want a management profile to ping this interface. I'm giving the name itself ping only. So just a ping. Click OK. Click OK. One interface is created, as you can see. Next, ETH 1.2. It is also a layer 3 interface. It is in default router. The zone will be internal for this guy, and the IP I will tell you 10.10.10.100. So let's go to the IP address, configure the IP address 10.10.10.100/24. Go to the advanced, and I want this to be your ping as your management profile. Say OK. When we talk about the VPN thing, we require a tunnel interface. So for now, I'm just building one tunnel interface. So give it a number, tunnel interface 1. It will be in a default router. The zone will be the VPN, and IP address I'm going to give is 1.1.1.1/24. And if you go to the advanced, you have to select the management profile as a ping. Say OK. So basic thing is got configured. Now you required uh, policy, basic policy to allow internet traffic to the outside world, uh, so that you can go to the policy and you can configure policy over here. Before that, this firewall is for the VPN purpose, so I'll just show you where we can configure this VPN thing. So go to the network and come to this network profile. Over here you are seeing this IKEY things. Just start configuring these details. So first is IKEY crypto, create a IKEY crypto profile. So let me give it a name, IKE dash crypto dash profile. What Diffie-Hellman algorithm you want to use? I would say group 2 for now. Authentication, I would like to have SHA-256. Encryption is AES-2 128. Lifetime 8 hours, which is fine. By default, I am taking out those details. Next, go to the IPsec crypto, create a IPsec crypto profile, give it a name, IPsec dash crypto profile, and define details here also. Give the encryptions, I would say AES-128, authentication 256, SHA. This is important, guys. Diffie-Hellman group 2. Here I'm specifying actual phase 2 or IQ 2 kind of thing, you know. Uh, so let's have it group 2 itself. Now go to the IKEY gateway and add the gateway details. Give it a name, IKE dash gateway 1. What protocol you want to run? IKEY version 1 mode, 2 mode, whatever it is. So for now I'm saying IKEY version 1. IP address type interface. So here you have to select the external interface, which is 1-1, and the local IP address is this. Here IP address. This is the IP address you need to select based on from which gateway we're going to have this tunnel. So for example, I want to have a tunnel with this UK gateway. So I'm going to give the IP address 172.29.109, 172.29.109/2/24. Let me just check. 172.29.109-1 is the IP. Okay. 172.29.109-1, 172.29.109-1 is the IP address. And free shared key, let's define some strong free shared key. Obviously, in environment you need to have a strong free shared key. Local identification, let's do the IP address, and it is your 192.168.10.100, and the peer identification is with the IP address 172.29.109-1. Okay, comment is fine. Go to the advanced, and here if you want to enable passive mode, NAT traversal, anything is coming into the play, you can define that. And here if you see the exchange mode, what you want, auto is always fine, but try to have a main mode. And IKEY crypto profile, you have created this guy, right? By default also, if you want to enable. That's it. From this, click OK. Gateway. Okay. IKEY activate one peer address with invalid address must be okay. So which is fine. You don't have to give this subnet mask. So here I have to just give proper name gateway. Okay, so it looks good. Now you have to move to the IPsec tunnel, and here you just have to configure the profile. So I would say IPsec tunnel uh, 1. Here tunnel interface we need to specify which we have created. Alright. Type auto key, manual key, global protects, auto key is fine, IP address. Uh, here we need to give IP gateway. So we'll populate from this IP gateway, what we have created earlier. IP secret to profile, which we already created like this, and proxy ID. This is basically the network behind on your this network. So it's a 10.10.10.100. So for now, if I say add, so the proxy ID here, what I want to view, say I'll just give interesting traffic, interesting traffic, which I want. Locally, it's 10.10.10.0/24, which is this guy, 10.10.10.0/24. And here we'll have 10.1.9.100, 10.1.9.100. So 10.1.9.100, which is 10.1.9.0/24. Protocol here, you want to select, I will say any, and say OK. All right. So basic tunnel configuration is done. Now you have to go to the policy, and for the VPN thing, you require a policy which can give you a communication between both the side, VPN, tunnel, traffic. So here it's a universal traffic. You have to add source, external, internal VPN, and destination is also like that. The traffic is going to pass from the bidirectional VPN. Application is any service, would say any for now. Later on we can specify details and all those things. The basic policy is what created for the VPN purpose only. Okay, everything is done. Let's commit the changes. Let's wait for the commit to be done. As we changed the IP address, that's why we are not able to see the commit. So I think this is the correct IP address. So let's go to this admin password. So if you go to the network and IPsec tunnel, you'll be seeing the tunnel is down because the other side is not configured. And basic things is already there. For now, what we have done, we have just configured this Palo Alto Firewall. Now what we will do, we'll just give the IP address to this machine, and then to this guy, I have to configure this interface. Let me go to this router, which is our ISP router. and let me just show you. Okay, so SP router, let me just go to the config T to show IP interface brief. So we have just 0, 1 interface configure. Now we are going to configure interface 2. So ATSC slash 2, root IP address 192.168.10.101 and subnet mask 0 and no shut, and just write it down. Save the config. Now important thing is that as we have set up this gateway, this router, we have to give the default gateway to this router. So basic default gateway, whenever the traffic comes, we just specify from where the traffic is coming, where the traffic will go, those kind of things. We'll see if that is required or not required based on the tunnel configuration. But for this Palo Alto firewall, we require that sort of things. So what I'm going to do, I'll go to the Palo Alto and I'll go to the virtual router, and here if you see there is a default router, static, the static route. So static route static router, just give it a name, something like that. Or I would say default route to route ISP. So here I'll give the destinations from where all the traffic will come, which is any. What will be the next stop? Next stop will be 1-1, which is your see what we need to do. We need to create a router, default route, where the traffic coming from any of this network, if you see other than the VPN traffic, it should reach to the 192.168.10.101. So next stop would be your IP address 192.168.10.101. 192.168.10.101. This guy will be anything. So this will be your default route for any traffic other than the VPN. 192.168.10.101. Okay, rest of the things I will be keeping as it is. And now you require a VPN tunnel route. So the traffic coming via tunnel should go from this network, this route. So we have 10.10.10.0. So destination 10.10.10.0/24. My next scope will be the tunnel interface. I want this is the IP address, and rest looks okay. So this is a static route required so that whatever the traffic comes flowing from the tunnel is flow from this guy. So it is important, one of the important routing to add, and say OK. And now again try to commit one more time, and commit is happening. Let's go back to this. Uh, uh, we'll configure this PC with the 10.10.10.200 IP address. So cancel. Let me just start this guy. Let's give it an IP address. Let me just go to the network and sharing, change adapter, go to the property and give it IP address, which is 10.10.10.200. Subnet mask 255.255.0, and default gateway is 10.10.10.100. Let's give it a DNS 8.8.8.8 for now. So looks good, and close. So the PC is got set up, Palo Alto is got set up, this router is got set up. All right, now what we gonna do? We just configure these firewalls. I mean these two firewalls first, the VPN between these two firewalls, and then VPN with the Palo Alto firewall with this CP gateway. So if I want to draw a line, so this line, so this line so this will be the I want a bow chart kind of line. Start. I don't know. Let's go. Anyways, let me just say line, and if I select this line, so this is the another tunnel side. This would be the tunnel between I would like to get, say, if I want to write a text, tunnel between UK gateway to India Palo India gateway. So this is the tunnel we're going to have. Okay. By the way, I like to give it a name India Gateway. India Gateway. So this guy is India Gateway, and we'll be having a tunnel between UK Gateway and India Gateway also. So we add a tunnel between these guys. Alright, looks good. So I don't want this now. Okay, so there will be this tunnel and this tunnel between these things. So now let's go ahead into this firewalls and configure tunnel. So for that I need to go to the smart console, and from there I need to configure the basic tunnel communities based on the topology. So let's open the smart console, and now what we are doing here, we are configuring from this management server these uh, tunnels between these two firewalls. So be with me, I will walk you through. So username, admin is the username, password, and the management server IP address is 192.168.50.90. Proceed. And in last video we already seen there is communications between in a SIG is established between the management server and these gateways. So that is already done. So we are good with that. Now what we're going to do, we are just configuring the tunnel, and it's very straightforward and easy steps we're going to apply. So let me just show you the steps to configure the tunnel. Let me just go ahead and stop this. So for the tunnel creation, number one thing, you need to have two gateway in place, which is already there. So let's create a community. You can go to the more and to the VPN community. We require a star community, and we can do that. Say VPN between UK, or I would say US and UK gateway. Now here you have to select the center gateway. I would say the UK is the US is the center one, and the satellite is the UK one. Or for the betterment, if you want to have a tunnel like a mesh community, you can create like that. It's up to you. Know what is your requirement. So encrypted traffic will not select this guy, because if you select this guy, you don't have to create a rule, and there's a lot of things involved. So keep it like this. Encryption, we'll go with the uh, basic encryption. Our betterment is, let's have change it. IQ phase 1 encryption algorithm will go for the AES 128. Data integrity SHA-256. Group 2 encryption algorithms is same. IQ phase 2 data integrity is giving me SHA-1. Why I won't be able to change it? If I change to this, okay, I can change it. Yeah, so 256. Use perfect forward secrecy. If you want to select this, you can select. If you don't, you don't. In my case, I'll select this and group 2. Override encryption versus managed gateway, that is fine. So for the safer side, always remember, just take a screenshot of this if you like and save somewhere so that the configuration will not mismatch. Tunnel, if you want to set these other common tunnels, select a common tunnels, and on all tunnel in the community, you can create a specific gateway. For now, I'm giving all. You have to log, track, and whatever the settings here. VPN routing, which is from the center only. Net, we don't have it as of now, so we are not doing. We want to exclude in service. I want to exclude in service, and this is between the checkpoint gateways. So you don't want to create this. If you want, you can, but I don't think so. Within the same gateway, you won't be able to create this, which is fine. Uh, and now wire mode, we don't have it. In advance, if you want to create a IQ phase 1 lifetime negotiation, you can create it from here. So give those details. I'm selecting by default, and anything like properties like disable NAT travels, NAT inside the visibility, use aggressive mode or something like that. So I don't want to create anything like that. It's okay. And the VPN community is just got created. Basic things. It's already done. Now go to the security settings. But before that, a couple of things you need to curate. Go to the gateway. Uh, the first gateway, you are seeing your IP address here. You need to go to the IPsec link selection. You have to select what IP address you want for the communication. For now, if I see for my gateway, the external IP address I have selected 172.21. So for that, 172.21 is my external communication IP address, which I can select from here. Rest of the thing is important. Keeping as it is. Let's track it. VPN advance, you don't have to change anything here. It's by default going to check it. Okay. So this thing is done. Similarly, if I go to the UK side, link selection, I want here my external IP address based on my topology. Or it is 172.29. So let me just go ahead and select that from the topology. Okay, and click OK. Basic thing. Now one more thing which we need to do, go back to the gateway. In the network management, if you just drop down, you have to select the encryption domain. So if you selecting any encryption domain, you can select from here. So all IP address behind the gateway based on the topology information, or you can define your encryption domain here. So let's create a simple group and say US gateway encryption domain. I would say interesting. traffic. So based on the topology, the interesting traffic for the US is 10.1.1.100 kind of network. So let's do that. I just want to add the new network. So let's give it a main internal US and get 10.1.1.0 is your subnet 255.255.255.0. Okay, let me just select OK and OK. So the basic thing is done. Let me select that internal group and done for the US side. UK side also you need to select details, something like that. Go to the network management, VPN domain, user defined. Here you have to create a new group. So give a simple group name, UK, and just give the name internal like that. And just add a network. Here I like to add a new network. UK internal, and if you see the topology, in the topology I have 10.1.9, 10.1.9, so it's like 10.1.9.100, sorry, slash 0, 255, 255, 255, 0. All right, now the basic thing is done. May not be empty, so I have to give that group. US is done, UK internal. All right, so that is done. Next is I need to configure the policy, and the policy will have everything allowed. Let me add a policy about the cleanup rule. So VPN connect VPN, like the VPN US UK tunnel, source is your, like, you have to give your networks. So UK internal and US internal. What is that we have configured? US. Okay, this guy. So this is also your source and destination. VPN community we just have set up. So select side to side VPN community, but not this guy. Specific VPN community. Okay, I want my community and it's allowed. Accept. I want to track. And the safer side, just have one more rule about this, like management rule, so that your communication will not get impacted. Let's create a management subnet, which I like to have empty network. Let's have it 192.168.50.0, 255.255.255.0. That's it. And destination will be my, I would say destination is in for now, so that I will not get any problem. Services I like to have any, and this traffic I want to allow. Log policy going to install. I think the basic things, VPN tunnel, VPN policy, IP address selections, encryption domains, all of the things is got done. So I just have to publish and post the thing, and we'll check if the VPN tunnel is got created. Okay. Let's publish. It's taking some moments. All right, publish is done. I just want to install the policy. Just go ahead and install this policy on the both the gateways.